In the pure light of parable, a sacred mystery lies hidden, accessible not through the intellect of man, but through the awakened spirit. Thus did the Son of Man speak in images, that those whose inner eye was not yet dulled might perceive and understand the will of the Most High, reflected in the laws of nature and of life. Among these holy utterances stands the parable of the sower, an eternal image for the journey of truth from the divine to the soul of man. A sower went out to sow. With these words, the master begins, but in this sower lies more than meets the eye. He is not a mere walker of the earth. He is the herald of the word, the messenger of light, scattering the seeds of truth across the field of humanity. The seed is the word itself, unchanging, luminous, and holy. It is perfect. It does not vary in power or in purpose. It is the same seed scattered for all. The difference lies only in the ground upon which it falls. And here begins the great mystery. The soil is the soul. Some seeds fall by the wayside, exposed and trampled, devoured by birds of the air. These are the hearts that have grown hard through worldly distraction, through arrogance, through the intoxication of material, knowledge, and vanity. The truth cannot even penetrate here. Before it can take root, it is snatched away by the clever justifications of the intellect or the scorn of superficial understanding. This is the tragedy of many, living among sacred teachings, yet remaining untouched. Other seeds fall upon stony ground, where the soil is shallow. These souls receive the word with joy, an emotional surge, a fleeting inspiration, but are not rooted. They lack depth, earnest striving, and inner foundation. When trials come, when the sun of light scorches, the fragile sprout withers. Here, emotion replaces conviction. The soul has not been made firm through struggle, nor refined by the fire of obedience. Then some seeds fall among thorns, where they spring up but are soon choked. These are the souls who have a measure of understanding and even a beginning of will to follow the path, but their desires remain rooted in the lower world, ambition, wealth, status, and comfort. The cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches entangle and suffocate the tender growth, and thus the divine seed is wasted, not because it lacked power, but because the soul refused to be cleansed of its weed. But some seeds fall on good ground. Ah, how precious are these souls! They have been tilled through pain, softened through humility, opened through longing. They receive the word not merely with the mind, nor only with the heart, but with the spirit awakened. And from them the seed brings forth fruit, 30, 60, even 100-fold. These are the true bearers of the word. They do not merely know, they live. They do not merely proclaim, they shine. Let each listener and reader ask with trembling, what kind of soil am I? This parable is not a judgment from without, but a mirror held before every soul. The sower still sows, the word still descends in light, but if the soil is not prepared, the blessing becomes a burden, the seed a testimony of one's own resistance. In the laws of creation, all is motion. The seed must not lie dormant. It must grow or perish. Likewise, the Word of God, once it touches the soul, demands response. The soil must not only receive, but protect, nourish, and labor for the harvest. Herein lies the task of the human spirit. The word of the Lord is seed, but every man must himself bring the soil. Therefore, cultivate your inner field, remove the stones of pride, clear away the thorns of desire, break the hardness of indifference with the plow of earnest seeking. For in this parable lies not only warning, but hope. Even poor soil can be made good, even the wayside can be tilled, but it requires effort, vigilance, and prayer. It requires a living will. Let the soul that reads these words awaken. Let it ask not what others are, but what it has become. For the day of the harvest draws near, and each will be known by his fruits. In the light of this parable, the soul learns its responsibility. The word is not given lightly. It is holy seed, entrusted for transformation. To receive it and bear no fruit is to reject the purpose of one's existence. May each spirit rise to the call. Prepare the soil, welcome the seed, bear the fruit. That is the law, that is the way, that is the meaning of the sower's holy act. And blessed is the one who, through toil and inner striving, becomes good ground, ready for the word, faithful in its care, and radiant in its harvest.